You're watching English Insider, where real world topics meet real English learning. I'm your host, Emily, and today we're exploring a question that affects millions of people around the world. Why are some medicines so expensive? A single pill can sometimes cost more than a family's groceries, even if it only costs a few dollars to produce. Is that due to science or just business? To help us understand, I'm joined by Adam Fein, an expert in medical finance.
Hi, Emily. Great to be here. Yes, it's a question I hear all the time. And the truth is, there's no single answer. It's a mix of research costs, patent law, pricing strategies, and patients stuck in the middle.
That's exactly what we're going to explore today. And while we do, we'll also build up your English vocabulary and listening skills.
Let's dive in.
Adam, thank you for joining us. Why are prescription drugs so costly?
Thanks for having me, Emily. One big reason is something called research and development, or R&D. It can take over 10 years and cost billions of dollars just to bring one new drug to market.
Wow, billions.
Yes, scientists test thousands of chemical compounds. Most of them don't work, so companies spend a lot on the few that succeed.
So it's about recovering those costs?
Exactly. And after approval, the company usually gets a patent. That gives them exclusive rights to sell the drug for about 20 years.
So that's like a legal monopoly?
Yes, that's right. Without competition, they can set high prices.
But what about generics, the cheaper versions?
Generics come after the patent expires. They're affordable and just as effective. But some companies delay them using a tactic called evergreening.
Evergreening, what's that?
It's when a company makes small changes to the drug, like a new version or formula, and applies for a new patent. This keeps the monopoly going for longer.
Wow, that sounds clever, but not so great for patients.
Exactly. It's legal, but many believe it's unfair.
Let's go a little deeper. Even after the drug is created and patented, it doesn't go straight to the patient. It passes through a long supply chain. This includes distributors, pharmacy benefit managers, called PBMs, insurance companies, and pharmacies. Each one adds a markup. That means the price goes up at every step. By the time you get it, the final cost could be 3 to 5 times the original. And the prices aren't even the same everywhere, right?
That's right. Prices vary from place to place. And most of the time, people don't even know the actual cost. This is called opaque pricing, when prices are hidden or unclear.
So two people might pay very different prices for the same drug?
Exactly. And many people try to save money by skipping doses or splitting pills, but that can be dangerous.
Are prices this high in every country?
Not really. In countries like Canada, the UK, or Germany, governments negotiate prices or set price caps. So, medicines are more affordable.
That's why people from the US travel abroad for cheaper medicine?
Yes, that's called medical tourism. And it happens more than you think.
So, is there hope for change?
Yes, slowly. Some governments are starting to negotiate drug prices. There's also more talk about transparency and supporting generic drugs.
Many people can't afford the medicine they need. So why are drugs so expensive? Let's recap. Research and development is expensive and risky. Patents create monopolies. Some companies delay cheaper versions with evergreening. The supply chain adds multiple markups. Pricing is unclear and inconsistent. Let's take a moment to review some key terms from today's topic. Research and development, R&D, creating and testing new drugs. Patent, a legal right to sell a drug exclusively. Monopoly, when one company controls the entire market. Generic drug, a cheaper version of a branded drug. Evergreening, extending patents by making small changes. Supply chain, the steps between drug makers and patients. Markup, the added cost at each step. Opaque pricing, when costs are not clearly shown. Price cap, a maximum price set by the government. Medical tourism, traveling abroad for cheaper treatment. And that's all for today's episode. Now you know why drugs can be so expensive, and you've also grown your English skills at the same time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Insider. I'm Emily. Stay curious and keep learning. See you next time.